Hey guys, welcome to Everything Always, Always Everything You Want. My name is Michael Roman, and today we're getting into the Symbiote in the MCU. Yeah, we sure are. If you guys could hit the subscribe button, drop a like or a comment, awesome way to support me without having to spend $1. And because I'm a brand new channel, I'm going to sincerely appreciate it. So let's start right where the title is, the Symbiote in the MCU. At first glance, this seems like an absolutely impossible feat. We have a brand new Tom Hardy Venom that hasn't even come out yet. We also have a Spider-Verse that Sony is setting up adjacent to the new MCU. If you don't know what that means, let me explain it to you. It'll be the same way the TV shows have acted, like the Netflix series and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They will reference the MCU, but the MCU never references them back. So those shows just carry on as though there's some MCU continuity. I think that it was hilarious at the end of Avengers Infinity War that they went ahead and made this insane event happen that you sort of can't not acknowledge if you're going to keep any continuity at all. Really putting all of the ancillary properties that aren't specific to the MCU in a really tough spot to either basically play ball or admit a continuity mistake and not really be part of the universe at all anyway. But here's the thing. I think that Kevin Feige is super smart, and the way he's been playing the MCU is the long ball the entire time. So he's not thinking about the MCU now or even the Marvel Cosmic Universe. He's thinking about phases 5, phases 6, phases 7, phases 8. The first piece of evidence I'm going to offer is that we have a Dark Phoenix movie full of X-Men characters that's towards the end of production and coming out here soon. Those properties are going to be a part of Marvel, and you better believe they're going to bring the X-Men into the MCU 10, 15 years down the road. By the time Marvel gets around to bringing these properties back, they will be so old. I mean, let's admit what's going on in the culture right now. If you're 5 years old, you're already up for a remake. It wasn't that way when I was a kid, but it is that way now. And so the absolute truth is that by the time the rights bounce back for Spider-Man, which I think they eventually, Marvel will collect all its properties, is what I'm trying to say. If you don't think that's true, you got another thing coming. Disney's got unlimited pockets, and it's only a matter of time, energy, and influence before they gain rights over all of their properties. Yes, even the ones that are rotting at Universal. They're about to get all the ones back from Fox. Just you wait. They'll get Spider-Man back. Maybe it'll take 10 or 20 years, but they've put the bar so high for other people to try to be successful with their properties, which is so silly to me because if you just do the source material justice, this new Venom movie would totally get to bootstrap right off the success of the MCU, and they've refused to do that for some reason. My point being is that even a Tom Hardy movie this year, with a Venom this year or next year, won't ruin them bringing the symbiote to the MCU down the road. In order for Spider-Man to get the symbiote for the original origin story from Secret Wars, he had to go into space. And it's just amazing to me that in the third movie with Tom Hardy, Marvel immediately got Spider-Man, they sent him to space. Now, because he turned to dust, it's going to be interesting to see how they do the resurrection, because if he resurrects back on Titan, he's still in space and he comes to Earth, that'll make a lot more sense for the symbiote being intact versus him somehow resurrecting out of the Soul Stone somewhere else. He's not in space anymore. It seems like that would probably wipe the slate clean. Here's the thing. Marvel and Feige have always been playing long ball for the long game. It's always been their plan to think 10, even 15 years in advance. They're already thinking about the movies that they want to send to production after the ones that they've got slated, the next 20 they've got slated. The symbiote in the MCU is an absolute real possibility, especially if they do Secret Invasion or Secret Wars, especially if they bring in the Fantastic Four. Yes, the Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is the one who's responsible for blasting the symbiote off of Spider-Man before it goes to find Tom Hardy. I know there's a Venom movie coming out this year. I understand that Sony's trying to set the Spider-Verse adjacent to the MCU, but you know, guys, 5 or 10 years is nothing when you've had a decade full of the kind of success that Marvel's had. And I would not be surprised if down the road, all the way back to this, they had planted the seed for an original symbiote story in the MCU. All right, drop a subscribe button. I sincerely appreciate you checking out the channel. Let's cut it to the funky music, and I'll see you guys again real soon.